Hello, and welcome to another edition of She-Nanigans, where we celebrate the 40 plus woman in the areas of love, life, relationships, fun, foolishness, and fellowship. Get ready because we are certain that this episode will come down your street. So now we're going to spin the wheel. So tonight's topic will be 40 plus ain't the new 20. It's better. 40 plus ain't the new 20. It's better. How do we feel about that, ladies? Who'd like to start us off? Is that a true statement?
Hmm.
What is better? I don't know. It's different when I was 20, but I will say 40 plus. One thing is you know yourself for sure, and you're more confident. I think I'm more confident than I was at 20, and that means a lot. I know who I am at 40. 20, I think I was trying to figure it out still. So if that's better, yeah, for sure. Just being who you are and confident in who you are and um able to make like sound decisions on your own. In my 20s, I was still at home and then my parents were um the the deciders of still my decisions at 20 because I still stayed at home. So I do believe, yeah, I can say 40 plus ain't the new, it's not the new 20 because you sure don't feel like 20 at times, but it's better. It is better. We're more seasoned. We got a little bit more flavor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit more flavor, and so that's I think that's the benefit, the flavor. You know, like what flavor is, everybody has their own flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And your flavor may be something totally different than Shan's. My flavor is totally different than yours, Kay. But I think the flavor is in the experience. The flavor is um the confidence. So I do think 40 over 40 is where the flavor happens. So that's why it's better.
Okay. So what I heard you saying is that 40 plus brings a whole new flavor in every aspect of that number, 40 plus. Okay. Cheyenne, what about you? Do you agree that 40 ain't the new 20 is better?
I can say that I do agree. Because, when you were 20, it was like Stephanie said, you were trying to find yourself. And so now it's like stuff that you can literally do what you want to do now. You have that say so over what you want to do. You have that say so over when you're going to do it, where you're going to go. You don't have that restriction as you did when you were 20. Of course, I seen a whole lot of people that when they was 20, they was out there bad, and now that they 40, they ain't got nothing else to experience because they done experienced all when they was 20 because they thought that they had to experience everything when they was 20. And they
That
also
makes a
looking
lot of
like it too.
sense. They looking like they 70. They looking like they 70
Right, because they
at
was
40 because
acting
they
like
was
they
looking
was
good when they was
40
20.
when they was 20.
Yes. Yes. 40 ain't the new 20 is better. What do I how do I feel about that? I love my 20s. It was a time to be carefree. Just no care in the world. Just doing stuff. Spontaneous, spending money like I had it. Spending my mama no money because that's the money I was spending. I ain't yeah,
Mhm.
oh yeah. I was working. I was working at U of H, so I was spending my money at that point. I started working at U of H when I was 19. So I was spending my own money at that point, hanging out, going out, just living life carefree and not living recklessly, just having fun with friends.
Right.
Like every weekend, my daddy was giving me 50. Talking about daddy, didn't y'all just give you one? Talking about, oh yeah, my mama talking about, yeah, but they eating it all. They eat up all their money. We was in Chili's every weekend. And then when we thought we was bad, we would go to Houston's. Like we thought we really had money, we would be in Houston's.
Girl.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Those were just the days. Those were just days. And so I appreciate my 40s, but so much has happened in my 40s. So much pain and just grief and
Mm-hmm.
just suffering and just disappointment and disillusionment has come with this age where I appreciate being alive. I appreciate being 47. And I appreciate the stuff that you and Stephanie brought up about having a new flavor and just being grown and able to move around at your own pace, do your own thing. But 40 ain't been, this decade ain't been easy for me. You know, it just hasn't. I won't take anything away from it. I will learn from it and continue to grow as a result of it. But I feel like now I'm gonna be bucket buck. Like I done waited my whole life to be out there, and I don't think that's a good thing. I'm too grown for that. Like I can't be getting no new habits, no bad habits. At 47, y'all, because I probably got more time behind me than in front of me, and I can't be 56. Well, I'm gonna say 60, 70 out here bad.
Mm-mm. You're gonna be
Hey,
looking like an old fool. Like this old fool.
no, I
So,
know.
but the thing is, I think for me, I had a lot of responsibilities in my 20s. And so I had a lot of like structure that was like put on me. And so that's why the difference, like me now, I can do whatever I want to. Like I can do
Mhm.
whatever I want. I dance to my own beat to per se, but there's no restrictions. And so, but the thing about being over 40, yes, we've experienced, and just kind of like what you said, Christy, those experiences kind of like mold us. And it doesn't matter the timeline, but we to recognize in our 20s, a lot of stuff we didn't recognize. But we can recognize and say, dang, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, maybe I should do that. In our 20s, we didn't do that because we were, there was still some type of limitation with what we can do because we had no money. We couldn't be on our own, but now we can make choices because I do have a job. I do have that. I do have experience. Man, I can go to another job and find another job. But those experiences, whether bad or good, they kind of lead us into a path of this may be the right decision because now I done went through all of that already. I done went through all that, right? And now I can live because I've went through all that. Whether it happened in your 30s, your 20s, your teenage years, whatever. Now we are able to recognize and be like, move on. I guess I'm saying we're more wise. I'll say that's what I'm trying to say. We're a little
Okay.
bit more wise because of those experiences. And so that's the great thing about being over 40. We might have gained them gray hairs and all that type of stuff, but that though and that's what wisdom means, but that is insurmountable because we're not making like dumb decisions. We're trying to be better. Yes, we're trying to do better because we don't want these latter years to be just a waste. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we don't. So we living. Yeah, we gonna live however we want to. However, the past is the past. Now that I know, hey, it's gonna be better.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So, and again, like everything you said was absolutely true, Stephanie. And the 20s are the time when you go through stuff and you learn and you be like, oh, I ain't doing that no more. What about the person that did not experience all those things in the 20s and got married and was married 20 years and never experienced everything that comes along with in your 20s that you should experience or that most people experience? I wouldn't say should, but that most people do experience
I just
that
think that that's
not
that
happen.
that'll be that person experience. And so like once you're past 40, that's your experience. And then know that after 40, there may be decisions that you have to make because you're trying to do better, right? And so we all have done some things. We all of us have done things. Man, I done how many things that I have done that I really regret? So many things. But now that I have the chance to do a do-over or do them better, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it. You still living, you still breathing, you have the opportunity to do better. And so whatever those experiences were, whether you like them or not, they're going to help you progress forward and not be like, hey, yeah, I went through that. And it's sometimes it takes time, especially if it's recent. Sometimes it takes time. But I just think that whatever yours, because Shan's experience, we probably didn't experience anything like what Shan did, or Danielle did, or I did. Your experience may be different, but but it is going to shape us to be better in this wise state right now. In this wise state. Interesting. You shall live. You shall live. Because I'm
You
telling you, 'cause
shall.
you shall live. Because no, in not saying anything that when we get in our 50s, there's going to be another journey that we didn't expect or that we didn't like. Off about a choice that we made. Who says that? That's just life. It's life is like this. That's life. And it's some rides are longer than others. But who says when we get 55 that it's going to be another journey that we chose?
Yeah.
Hey, or God chose or allowed. Who says that? But I bet you that we are wiser, we're stronger than we were in the 20s. What? We're gonna think about all those experiences the next time we go through something. Hey, I've been through that when in 1999. I've been through that in 2005. So I'm gonna handle this situation a little bit different. Because the last time I almost lost my mind. But
Hmm.
this time I'm gonna do something different.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is true. Shan, you have anything to add to that?
No, it has to be wiser because we can't go backwards. There's no way to go
Mm-mm.
backwards. You can't relive those years. What's gone is gone. That it's done past. And to be honest, some things you did back then you don't want to relive. You want to move forward
I
and
ain't do.
try to start something. Like, but me, like in my 20s, I really didn't do. I wasn't out there. I didn't do a lot. I wasn't a big clubber. I wasn't all of that. So it's like I don't have that to talk about.
Me neither. Neither. I mean, me neither. And that's like one of the case, the point I was making. Like in my 20s, I was just living. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking, I
Mm-mm.
wasn't chubbing, I wasn't doing none of that
Right.
stuff. Like none of that stuff. And then I got married.
Hmm.
And so that has been my life for the past 21. Then I had children immediately. Not one, but two at the same time. So it's like, even if I wanted to be foolish during the beginning of my marriage, that wasn't happening because I had children. So at that point, I definitely wasn't living for me. I'm living for them. I'm being an example for them. So I can't do stupid stuff because I got two babies that are depending on me to do the right thing. Like I would tell Stephanie all the time, like, girl, I even feel guilty when I'm doing it with my husband because I'm like, I don't want my kid to be doing it. I poured my whole life into Kristen and Carrington. I
Hmm.
mean, I did. I mean, everything revolved around Kristen and Carrington. Every thought that came in my head was like, "Ooh, if I do this, I don't want this sin to tarnish or hinder them somewhere down the line." Although the Bible clearly states that the children do not suffer for the sins of the father or the mother. It was just in my mind, like, if this is in me, I
Mm-hmm.
worry that it will be in them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't really lived for me. I just have not. I have not honestly lived for me because I got married at 25, 19 to 25. That's what, 6 years?
Mm.
That's 6 years. That's just
Yeah.
that's what it is. In my 40s, I am finna live for me. Now that don't
Hey.
mean I'm finna be,
But I think all of us have that story because like Shan is in a situation where she's taking care of her grandmother, right? And that like may take a lot of her time, right? She goes and hangs with us. Me, what I was doing at 14, 15, I was taking care of help my mama, daddy. Well, it was me and my mama. I was helping them take care of two babies. Nobody
yeah,
knew that, but I would come home and had to change diapers. I was doing that at 14 and 15. And that was my life all the way they got until I got married at 29. So that's 15 years of I'm dedicating my life to my parents and my nephews. There were certain things I couldn't do, certain things I couldn't. I tried to do them anyway. I did. I sure did. Anyway, but then there were certain things I couldn't do, certain things I went, certain places I could not go because my obligation was to my nephews. I had to take them everywhere I went, and they weren't even my kids. So I think that there are periods in our life we feel trapped, right? Or we feel
Yeah.
like we cannot get out this box that we did not choose, right? And so what do we do? Once we get that freedom, I think everybody has that stage in their life. Everybody. Because we not born free. We still have rules and everything, everybody. But once we get out of that box, we get a chance to break from that box. Yeah, we want to do everything. And we don't want to go back there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's a common part of life where there's I'm stuck. It could be a job where you can't quit because you got so many bills. It could be a relationship. It could be just household. It could be so many things. It could be a sickness. I know people that have been dealing with cancer for 10 years. They can't get well. But I think there is a stuck and trapped place that everybody lives in some of that. And once they get out of there, they're going to enjoy life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
mm,
Nothing wrong with it. Shouldn't feel guilty about it. Shouldn't feel like it's a new phenomenon either because you're free. I've been doing this for so long. You're free. Yeah. And I can think of, I know 2 or 3 instances where I felt trapped or stuck and didn't think I was going to be, what is this going to be my life? Yeah, everybody has did that. But once you get that freedom, just keep in mind that, you know, you're older. There's some wise decisions. The same thing that you did, you probably would do when you 20. You don't need to be doing it at 50. Oh, we calm it down, yes. Because me, I know it's some things that happen. Stem, I gotta talk myself. Girl, you chill out.
mm-mm.
Hey, I know me. Chill out. So you gotta,
Woo!
hey, calm down. But hey, I mean, I just think I think that's a part of life when you in that gritty, iffy part and you don't feel fulfilled.
Yeah, and having my twins is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like it wasn't like it was a duty for me to live for them, but I did. And when you have children, you often lose yourself in the role of mother. And yeah, I felt like I did because I did not want to do any again. My sole focus was to have these twins, to have them healthy, to give them back to God. Because even when I was pregnant, I was like, Lord, just please let my twins come out healthy, with all their faculties, with all their organs working and brain function and bones working and and I was like, just and I promise you, I will dedicate them back to you. I will make sure that they know the reason why they came here healthy wasn't because of mama and daddy, but it was
Right.
because you blessed them to be. And so, girl, I honestly, like, seriously, every decision I made, everything I did do or didn't do, it was tied to the twins some type of way. It was tied to the twins some type of way. And I remember people used to say, girl, how you do all that? Because they was in everything. Karen was in football. Flag Kristen was a cheerleader. She was taking music and he was taking music. So I was just running all over Houston, but I didn't care. And so I really didn't have time for me. Like, it was just like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. This is what I'm supposed to do. Um, you know, when I agreed to get pregnant and have kids, this is a part of it. So that was my 20s, my 30s. By the time I hit 40, they were 13. Well, no, by the time I hit 40, they were turning 14 that year. Yeah, that's how I spent my 20s and my 30s, um, making sure my kids were going to come out on top.
Right.
That's what I did. 40 has 40 been better than my 20s? I would say that I've matured a lot. I would say that my tendency to blow up like I would in my 20s, my anger has somewhat calmed down. So that's better in itself. I'm just not hot headed like I used to be, and I can be, but I think I have a better coping mechanism so that it will not come out all the time. But if you push me, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Now, if I'm
Right.
pushed, then you will see a side of me that resonates with how I was when I was in my 20s. But is it better? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's better. I got finally got my passport, late bloomer with that. You know, been out of the country. That was wonderful, and I look forward to many, many more trips out the country. Hopefully y'all will be able to join me on some of them. And that's the kind of stuff I look forward to in my 40s and 50s and beyond. Like, just grown woman, adult stuff, able to enjoy life, like financially, friendships, romantic endeavors, that type of thing. Just enjoying life in my 40s. And I got 3 more years and beyond. Y'all got 2 more years. I'm sorry. Y'all old. And if Danielle was here, she would only have 1 more year. Y'all old.
Wow.
Y'all old. But y'all, we look so good.
Yeah.
Like, look at yourself on camera. Baby, honey, we run circles around these young girls. This 40 plus age group of women, we look better than any. I mean, we just do. I mean, it's just a known fact. 40 plus women look better than any 40 plus woman age group ever. The people that was 40 plus the people that are now near 50 plus, we look better than they did when they was 40 plus. I mean,
Okay.
they've done such studies on it. I ain't, it's a poor dog that won't wag his own tail. But I'm just speaking the
Hey.
truth.
Hey. Hey.
Speaking the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
48 loading.
You say what?
48 loading.
Say that again.
48 is loading.
48 is loading for you. Yes,
Yeah.
48 is loading. Some of us
Yeah.
have already loaded onto 48.
Me,
Some of us have loaded.
January the 12th, me.
Is there anything else y'all want to talk about in this topic before I end it? No, me neither.
Oh, we
Me
good.
neither. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Hey, you want to get on the camera? Don't you? Come here. You want to get on camera? Look at
Hey, Cotton.
my boy. That's my baby. That's my baby boy. That's my baby. That's my baby. Okay. That's enough. Bye. Oh, I did not do nothing to you. Okay. So let's go ahead and end it. Yeah, yeah, okay. This has been another episode of She-Nanigans where we have topics that deal with 40 plus women. We thank you for joining us tonight. We hope that we said something that resonates with you. And we hope that you will bring somebody with you the next time you are joining us from the comforts of your home. Maybe you at a library, maybe at a coffee shop, wherever you are. We ask that you would like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.